All right, guys, we're up early again. We woke up about 2:30 today. Went to bed at about 9. Got back from Phoenix at about like 8. Came out here, unboxed the radio, the QT90. It's sitting right here, and tested it really quick, and basically went to bed. And I wanted to sleep longer, but I just, after it was already like 3:15 or something like that, I decided, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna get out of bed. So I don't know, maybe 5 hours of sleep or something like that. But at least if I get up early, that I'm less likely to stay up late. What happens for me is I keep staying up later and later and later and later, until next thing you know, I'm going to bed at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and then sleeping until noon and getting up. That's the easiest thing for me to do, but I feel like I don't get anything done. I come out here at like 1 o'clock and start making videos all day, and then get on the radio for maybe a little bit, and then play video games and maybe fix a few things, and then, you know, I'm up all night getting nothing done. But anyway, when I come out here early and I check the bands, and then I get started on other stuff, and, you know, drink my coffee throughout the day, I seem to get more done. So we went to Phoenix and sold the Marantz to Kyle. So now he's got like 3 of them. And now I have room. And as you guys know, I need to downsize. But I have room now. I've got all this room over here, which means that either I can get something off the shelf, or I can get rid of even more stuff and put radios back up here like they're supposed to be. It's not supposed to be stereo stuff. But really, they only need one stereo. So this Sony sounds pretty damn good, but I realized after plugging in, look at that, after plugging in the Marantz yesterday to make sure everything was all good, I was like, it ain't that good. This one sounds really good. I've never been able to find whatever this knob was. It's got to be something with a set screw. So to find something that kind of looks like this with a set screw. But I've got a couple of other amps that sound really good. The Techniques, they're kind of plastic. They sound really good. And then this one here, I've got to figure out what's up with it, but it does sound really good. So maybe I can put my 1000 over here or something. But I shouldn't have radios on top of my toolbox. You know, that's the problem. So, I mean, yeah, stacks of stuff. So we have the Hamfest coming up this weekend, so I don't know if I'll go or not, because it's usually pretty disappointing about trying to get rid of anything. And honestly, a lot of this stuff is really, I know I should probably get rid of it, but I don't want to. So that's why I've been getting rid of stereo gear instead. I need to figure out that. The Kenwood Twins. To make matters worse, somebody offered me some other radios that would make a really cool project. But I don't know what I'm going to do on that. I'm going to get them, but I don't know when. This looks like it's almost metal. So anyway, yeah, we have so much stuff. I'm like blessed, but sometimes it's a problem. So at like 3:47 in the morning, let's see what we have. I could listen to the 101 ZD, but it's going to be easier to come over here and look at the SDR play. So what the ZD does that a lot of the other radios don't do is it's got a receive antenna output. And that's actually meant for another receiver. It's not meant for another antenna. And so it has... it's kind of rough on, like, transmit as far as, like, overloading the receiver. Let me see if I were to come over here and... I guess we're tuned up on... the heater's not on, but if I was to transmit here, I might even actually see something. A little more isolation would be good, but I don't know. Let's see here. Under. See that artifact in the corner right there? That wouldn't really be my radio doing that. That would be SDR Play doing that. But that is in fact my radio. I think the ZD would be really cool with an FM board. But anyway. Let's see what we got here. What's great is we can look at different stuff. This low IF thing, I don't know what that does. I keep setting this to 0 IF because that's what you have to do when you want to not be controlled by the constraints of band stuff. I don't know what this would be. What kind of tone? You never know. Right now 20 says it's open, but you never know what you're going to hear. That's why it's cool to take a glance at lots of spectrum at once. Let's look at 15 real quick. So something here is making noise, which is probably my inverter that's on right now. And the inverters, they move around and do this weird stuff. Let's see what 17 looks like. It's probably more of the same thing, but spaced out a little further. And then we got 20. And my ham clock says there's 37 people on 20 meters right now. And I can see a signal right here that I wasn't able to see before. So this is the problem with having to run the RF gain down low, because what happens is the radio overpowers it. This is what I need to do. Figure how low can I turn this thing down. Before I lose the signal. You can see, like, look, there's nothing now. You're not seeing anything. And the RF gain's not all the way back. So it's kind of a problem. I can hear it. I don't know what we're set at. Here's the signal right here. Let's bump that RF gain up all the way. Now, one thing I wish the SDR Uno would do would band stack. Like, remember where I'm at. I can hear a signal, but I ain't really seeing anything. So we got S3 or 4 noise floor. If you go where I had it, it actually goes up quite a bit. S9. There's another signal possibly right here. Anyway. There's 30. It looked like some possible CW there. Yep. And I don't know what this would be. Digital. Let's go check 40. 40 should be pretty busy. Dr. Peter, is that you, Dr. Peter? Usually that's who's on. So if you roll that RF gain back, you see nothing. And you hear nothing. I put it right in the middle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Peter.
So if you heard W4ATL, he wouldn't be weak. He'd be piling in there at this point with his new tower and Yagi and everything.
And I'll catch you on the flip side.
Oh, and John, I sold my Flex 6600M yesterday. It's gone. Now we're going to put
Stan.
the Anon on the chopping block, over.
Yeah, I don't know. Those radios are, they work well, and, I know the Anons have the Class A audio and this and that, but they're a complicated beast, and, boy, they can get wide pretty quick.
Yeah, they can get ornery. There's no doubt about it. Yep, so we're going to start trimming some of
Stanley.
that over here and simplify things a little bit as we move forward.
What I like about him is he's not really a contester.
On the hex beam
He doesn't like contesting.
Hopefully,
He has a super station. This guy's famous.
For the next 10 days except Sunday. And that's the day the guys want to come to put up the towers. So I don't know. It's like one thing after another. We keep getting delays, but we'll keep our fingers crossed, though.
Yeah, there's certainly got enough projects going down there, Stacks, and very good, and keep the hobby rolling there, and always trying new stuff. Anyway, have a good day down there. And Anthony, good morning to Anthony out there. Good morning to Larry. I'm going to be heading up the band here in a little bit. So you guys have a great day. W3, Uncle X-Ray.
You take care and be careful, Eddie. 7SQ. Very good. Go ahead, Anthony. I got to get out of here, all right? Yeah, isn't that funny? Well, I'm talking about, I have a lot of stuff in the shack, I'm trying to trim down the stuff in the shack, and I'm trying to stuff as many towers on this property as it can handle, all right?
Must be a fucking Cadillac problem.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was just going to say the journey continues. Over.
Hey, Jack, my wife's sitting here laughing because you see my radio station, right?
I saw yours. Yeah, you're almost as crazy as I am. Over.
Roger. The other tower should be going up in a couple of days. I told her I'm going to start trimming.
Yeah, exactly. That's just a little bit at a time, you know. And the next thing you know, you go outside and you go, how the heck did all of this happen? I'm still in awe sometimes when I walk around here. It looks like a military installation. Over.
Yeah, that's what my neighbors think with all these towers. I'm putting up another one. The new one's going to be 180 footer.
What?
Oh, that's very nice. Is it going to be a rotatable tower?
Yes, it is.
Very good. What's the base? K0XG?
Yep.
Yeah, they're very good bases. If I had to do it all over again, I would have put a second 200-footer in here and not built the 160-meter Foursquare. The Foursquare is fantastic, but I don't do that much work on 160, and I think I would have had more fun with a second 200-foot tower. But that's the way we went, and that's the way we're going to roll. Okay, guys, listen, I got to get out of here. We'll come back tomorrow and do the same thing. You guys carry on. I'm going to switch over to 20 meters and grab breakfast and run the 20-meter group in about a half an hour. Yesterday we had 7 continents plus, and I'll explain that later. But we did have 7 continents. We had the bingo plus card yesterday. 7-3 all. Everybody have a
See, that's what these guys do. They just want to talk as far as possible. And that, to me, is ham radio.
Exactly right. That's
Quality,
exactly right.
not
And
quantity.
By the way, let's go, Brandon. 7-3 all.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah. Although, I mean, these are rich guys,
Ken,
but
very quickly, Lima Whiskey Kilo. Go ahead, Ken.
I like them. But normally don't like people with money. Maybe I'm just jealous because they have things I don't have.
4x6.
But I'm not jealous of these guys. I think they're humble.
Thanks for being there, Ken. 73. Thank you, Glenn.
The pursuit of ham radio to them is, like Stan will tell you, he's not into contesting.
Okay, we'll look for you. 73 KE5E.
We'll have to see if we can find him on 20. But anyway, they get on here early in the morning. They do their thing. It's, you know, he's probably, I think he lives in Florida, so it's already 7 o'clock there. Anyway, so these guys, you know, they're just interested in just talking as far away as possible. And I just think that's awesome. Like, a little bit more honest about signal reports and things like that. I mean, let's be honest here. These contest people could give everybody a 5.9 and they can't even hear each other hardly.
Big signal, Dad. Keep up the good work.
So, this is the stuff I find more interesting. They're not actually, it's not a good example, but if you were to hear what happens on a regular basis, there's a couple of, down in the extra part, this is the extra part, you'll hear these guys. I forget. The 40-meter band, you really, really need your extra class license because I think, like, what is the limit? Like 7175, 79 or something? I don't remember. But the reason I got my extra was so I wouldn't have to remember.
Dry place right now. Are you guys been getting any of that rain down there in Arizona?
And I'm on 40, so I can't hear whoever's in Arizona. Sometimes you can hear Arizona locally on 40. Now here's another interesting band. And you will hear people talking on this band. There's a lot of people that get on here. So it's a good band to check. signals on 80. 80 is really weird. Nobody's in the extra part ever, it seems like. And if they are, they don't speak English.
Send an email. An email address. Inquiries about that. Yeah, you're on the list.
In the wintertime, I'll hear a lot of guys that do AM in the extra part.
Andy has a handful of them that Andy and the two of us, had to go into.
If you look at the band, you see all this right here. It looks completely different. It just gets too crowded. There's like a ton of signals and they all just mix right in. And it's kind of hard to just come in here and click on them willy-nilly.
45 dB over F9 right at the minute.
Now 160 is going to start kind of opening it up here soon. But it's a pretty noisy band. You would never know there was this kind of noise without having a waterfall. But anyway, guys, that is the radio report. What in the hell was that? That was from some other band. We're going to park on 20 and see if we can figure out where Stan's at. 20 should be peeking up a little bit, I would think. Right here might be Stan. Yeah, I would think so. Pretty strong. 20 meters is like I think one of the best bands for like DX and everything. It's like very versatile. Anyway, guys, that is 23 minutes of Morning Ham Radio report.